This portion of the news is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community.
Depression is an important clinical problem worldwide. The U.S. Preventive Services Task Force, an independent group of medical professionals, continually reviews the latest information on a wide range of preventive services. The task force has just issued updated recommendations on depression screening for adults in the primary care setting.
This health tip is brought to you by
Desert View Hospital and Mountain Valley Physicians Group. Don't put your health on hold. We have time for you. Call us to schedule your appointment. 775-751-7100.
Depression is a really important health topic in the United States and worldwide. It's one of the leading causes of disability in adults and is oftentimes under-recognized and undertreated.
Adults visiting their primary care provider should at some point be screened for depression.
The primary care doctor has an important initial role in identifying people with depression and then directing them towards treatment and appropriate follow-up. Preventive Services Task Force always evaluates both the potential benefits and the potential downsides of any clinical preventive service.
Dr. Michael Pignoni, one of several members of the U.S. Preventive Services Task Force, says the group continues to recommend that adults 18 and older be screened for depression.
There are a number of instruments that are available for providers to use systematically to help detect unrecognized depression in adult patients. There are effective treatments available for people who screen positive for depression. We have additional evidence about the effectiveness of screening and treatment in pregnant women and peripartum women. There's much more information available in that population to make us confident that screening was effective.
While several treatments are available for pregnant and peripartum women, the task force recommends that clinicians and patients work together to determine the best approach to treatment.
Because there is some suggestion that some medications that are used for treating depression may have adverse effects on the fetus.
The task force also continues to recommend depression screening in older adults.
We still need more evidence in older adults about the effectiveness of screening and treating depression on outcomes. We really need to be a little bit more active in finding patients with depression and treating them effectively, and this recommendation reinforces that.
Cathering Dolf, The JAMA Report.
Thanks so much, Catherine. The task force recommends depression screening be implemented with adequate systems in place to ensure accurate diagnosis, effective treatment, and appropriate follow-up for patients. The Pahrump Senior Center is having a very special class tomorrow.
Tomorrow we have a really new program going on. It is called Blind Self-Defense. This is for those visually impaired. Even sighted people can come to this. It's a class on how to protect yourself in a bad situation. If you are sighted, if you are sighted, you can come as well and be part of this group. Bring a blindfold, and they will teach you how to defend yourself in a situation where you cannot see or cannot tell what's going on around you.
This is a unique training opportunity for people who are visually impaired. Is there different techniques being used? Do you know?
I'm not too sure on exactly all the techniques. I know that they have approached the blind support group that we have at the Senior Center once a month and have told them about it. And this is what the whole thing was basically geared to, those who are visually impaired. Even if you're not completely blind or you aren't blind, it's still a good defense mechanism, and it's going to teach you how to protect yourself in a situation where you can't see or tell what's going on around you.
All ages?
All ages are welcome, as far as I'm aware.
Is there a fee?
For this class, no, I don't believe there's any fee. This is an introduction class. You'll have to see when Dan gets there. He is the man that has put this thing together. When he gets there, he will explain their classes. I believe that they're going to be having regular classes here in town.
Do you need to RSVP?
At this point, it won't really be necessary. Just come on down to the center tomorrow. It's from 1 to 3 at the Senior Center tomorrow afternoon.
Should you be prepared to wear any type of attire that is appropriate?
I would say very, very comfortable, tennis shoes, something loose-fitting, comfortable.
Can the disabled or people that may have some restrictions on their movement, are they able to be involved in this?
I would assume they probably would, yes. I'm sure that these gentlemen are well trained. They've trained with blind folks. They went to the Blind Alliance to learn all of the different things that need to be known. And I'm sure that they could be very helpful to just about anyone in the community.
And this is being put on by who?
It's just a young man who has put this program together. He went and worked with the Blind Alliance to learn how to work with visually impaired people. And it's just an amazing, amazing program, and it's going to be very helpful.
For more information, a number to call.
You can call the Senior Center tomorrow, 727-5008, and information on the class for tomorrow would be from 1 to 3 tomorrow afternoon.
Where are you guys at?
We're at 1370 West Basin. We're inside the Sunset Mobile Home Park.
Jeff Stevens was again in court today to enter his plea in front of Judge Lane for stalking, drugs, and battery on a police officer. Stevens has entered into a plea agreement and is looking at 5 to 29 years for the multiple offenses relating to breaking a restraining order his estranged wife had placed on him after he allegedly choked her. Before he was captured, he arrived at her business with a shotgun. Police think he intended on killing his wife of 23 years and the mother of 4 children. Stevens will be back in court April 11th for sentencing. Brandon Berger was in court for a bench warrant for violating his probation. Berger has a record with the Nye County Sheriff's Office involving burglary and drugs. He was looking at 4 years in prison for his violation after not checking into drug court for a month and testing positive for marijuana. The judge said he gets one more chance, and if he fails, he will get the 4 years in prison. He's been placed on probation and will re-enter the drug court program. News 46 will return in just a moment.